Sometimes when searching for a job, designers can make these really basic mistakes, from putting the link to their portfolio in the Facebook comment and hoping for the best, or simply sending their CV via email and said in the title of the email, "This is my CV." And in this video I'm going to show you how you can avoid those mistakes and how you can increase the potential of finding that job. Mistake number one designers make is not researching their client. You have to know who your client is. Is it a one single person running the shop, or is it a small company with 5 to 10 people inside, or is it a large corporation? And that alone is going to determine your tone of voice when you're speaking with that client. For example, if you're running a small shop, you might not know what Illustrator is, what Sketch is, what XD is. So you have to use different tone of voice with those people because they really need a new design, but they don't know nothing about the design. So you have to adjust your language when you're speaking with those people. Don't just simply say, "Here is my XD project, check it out," or "Here is my Sketch project, check it out," because they don't know what Sketch is, and you might have trouble communicating with those people in the future and in that particular project. So just keep that in mind. If you're working with small company or corporation and they're dealing with designers all of the time, then you can use that language, but don't just be too professional, because you have to understand that they are working at that company in a particular role, so they don't care potentially about design and only design. They have their jobs to do at the end of the day. So just keep that in mind when you're communicating with your potential clients. You have to also explore what that company does, because if they are doing something that you're not familiar with but it looks kind of cool, you can always explore it. Simply use Google and see what they are doing, see who their potential competitors are, and that way you have that competitive advantage against all of these other designers who are just sending in their CVs and their portfolios and hoping for the best. So simply explore them, and then when you start that communication with your potential client, you can then know how to approach them and how to talk with them. Simply focus your conversation on them alone. It's all about them, it's not about you. Yes, you're looking for the job, but you're looking for the job in that company. So focus your talk on that company and simply explore them before you start the conversation, so then you can offer some real solutions to the problems they have, because that's what you're there to do at the end of the day. Mistake number two is not having your portfolio. Your portfolio is actually more important than your CV, because you're doing visual work, and you should show the visual work to your potential client so they can know if you are the right fit for their business. For example, if you're doing retro design work and you approach by the tech company, tech companies usually don't like retro designs. I said usually because some do, but in most cases you would not be a good fit for that company. So in order for them to know that and to save them and you some time, they have to see your work and they have to evaluate your work and see if you are a good fit for their company. If you don't have a portfolio and you're just starting out, that's okay too, but you should create at least one project, and in that project you should do kind of a exploration and long presentation. For example, you should put inside the ideation of the project, the idea behind everything, how then you structure the idea, how do you develop that project, your thinking process behind that project, presentations, and finally final design work, so potential clients can know, are you a good problem solver, because that is the design after all, solving problems for these companies. So you have to show them that you are able to solve problems, and then they should evaluate if you are a good fit for their company. If you don't have your personal website, that's okay too. You can use something free like Behance or Dribbble, for example. Just make sure you really focus on presentations, because presentation is half of the sale and you're selling yourself as a designer to the company. So you have to make sure that your presentations match your design abilities and of course match the presentation of the problem solving skills that you possess. So make sure to have a portfolio, and I see this all the time. Designers don't have a portfolio, they either send you a CV with the PDF or something like that, but that's not going to cut it. You have to have your portfolio, and as I said, if you don't have any experience, you can simply create a simple design project and simply break it down into stages, and that's going to really help potential employers see if you are a good fit for them or not. Mistake number 3 is they don't have a CV. You have to have your CV in order for employer to see if you had any previous experience, especially in the industry they are in, so they can immediately know are you the right fit for them or not. If you didn't have any design experience, that's also fine. Just write that you are a freelancer, but then they can know if you are a good fit for them, where they can put you in their hierarchy in their company. So for example, you might be working as a junior designer if you don't have any previous experience or just a little bit of experience, and not bidding for example, mid-year or senior positions. So that way employers can know where they can put you in their company. If you don't have an online website that is your own, you can use something like LinkedIn, and some employers even prefer it because inside LinkedIn you can link your PDF CV and they can immediately download it from there and simply explore your CV. Keep it short, keep it brief. Where did you go to school? What qualifications do you have? What languages do you speak, and how well do you speak them? Because majority of design projects worldwide these days are running in English. So if you know how to speak English, simply write it down. Write down your preferences and simply keep it short, keep it brief. Look at some good examples online. Don't put too much effort into it because, as I said in the previous video, your portfolio is the key to getting that job. But having a CV is also important because that way, as I said, employers can know if you had any previous experience, and if you did, what it is and where they can put you in their hierarchy in their company. Mistake number 4 is they are not a problem solver. Design is all about solving problems, and when you are applying for a job, you are there to solve problems that that company has. So be a problem solver in advance before you even get the job. How can you do that? Simply research the company, see their business model, see what they are doing, if they have any products, explore them, start a free trial with them. Anything you can do simply to explore that company and see what they are doing. For example, research their team, see who they have on their team, and that all is going to give you more competitive advantage than all of these other designers simply sending their CV or portfolio via email and simply hoping for the best. What you have to do is simply explore that company, see what they are doing, and offer your solutions. See, for example, how their products look like. For example, maybe their design is old and maybe you can include some potential redesign in there and simply explain why. For example, don't offend them and don't simply go about your way and try to manipulate them into accepting you as a designer, but offer real solutions. For example, if the navigation is crowded, offer a solution how they can fix that, how users are going to like that, and how it's going to make it a lot simpler for the users to use their product. That alone is going to show initiative, and it's going to present you as a professional trying to help their company achieve more and be a better company in the eyes of their consumers. So be a problem solver, because that's what design is at the end of the day, solving problems that real companies and real users have. So that's what you're trying to do. Mistake number 5 is not following up. You should always follow up with your client, because you have to understand that they are receiving thousands and thousands of potential CVs and they have to explore through everything. So for example, if they like your portfolio, maybe they will write you an email, we'll talk soon, or we talk tomorrow, or something like that. Then you should follow up with them and say, you said we are going to catch up tomorrow, so today is tomorrow, I just want to remind you. But just be polite and don't be too pushy, because you have to understand they have their business to run, and they are also hiring designers at the moment, so they have these two major things to deal with. So you are not on their agenda per se, but that doesn't mean that you cannot follow up with them. Simply send them an email and simply ask them, hey, we talked about yesterday, I hope you remember me. Simply introduce yourself, but keep it short, because their time is the most valuable asset they have. So simply keep it short, introduce yourself and say, you said we are going to talk tomorrow, so here I am. Can we set up a meeting? Can we set up a Skype call or something like that? Just be short, be brief, and be to the point, and that again is going to show initiative, is going to show that you care and that you really want this position, and once again that's going to put you in advance in front of all of these other designers simply sending their CV in. Thank you for watching the video. I really hope you found some value in it, and I really wish you good luck on your job hunt. Just make sure to be persistent. There is a lot of opportunities out there. If you missed that one, don't worry, there is another one around the corner. Just be persistent and you are going to get it at the end of the day. If you like this video, make sure you press that like button. I upload new videos every single week on design, passive income techniques, motivation and more. So if you don't want to miss that, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.